Go Mustang, the Coach Alexander Show, brought to you by Kim Assad, your real estate broker.
Hello Mustang Nation, Matt Carnes, Grapevine Booster here with Coach Mike Alexander of the Grapevine Mustangs. It's week 4 of the Coach Alexander Show. Coach, you come off a week off and you get rolling pretty quick against Poly on Friday night and had a big one. Talk about the game Friday night.
Well, it was a special one. It was homecoming, and every homecoming special, especially for our seniors, this is a game they'll never forget. I know that there's a lot of games I have forgotten that I played in, but senior homecoming is one that's always special. So to show up and play well like we did, and to be able to get a win, and for just all the kids to get to play, that was a special night.
Well, they all got to play, and you had a big score, of course. You had a big lead early, so that made it easier to get them all in there. And you also got to get your backup quarterback in there early. Talk about Cade Rhodes and what he did there.
Yeah, that was that's been the plan all year. We wanted to get Cade in and get him some quality reps. The previous 3 games just didn't dictate that we were able to do that. It's hard to take a 4-year starter off the field when you're in a tight game, and all of our previous 3 games have been pretty tight. So we went into this one just committing, saying Allen and Cade were going to split time. They're going to rotate series, and Cade, I think he played 7 snaps and had scored 4 touchdowns when he was in. So he didn't get to play as much even as we wanted him to. But every time he went in, we were scoring so fast. But it was good to get him on the field, and when the game was still in question early, and so he played well. He performed well.
Well, good. We'll see some more and hear some more about him here in a little while. Talk about the defense and Robert Acosta and how he's been able to come back from his injury and the big pick he had the other night.
Well, just defense in general, we were anxious to get back on the field after the poor performance we felt like we had against Frisco Heritage. And so we went into open date with a lot of things to address, and our kids were chomping at the bit to get back on the field, and we did in a big way. Total yards, I think they had -1 total yards. So doesn't matter who you're playing, for a defense to play 4 quarters and to perform like that means they were doing some things right. And playing sound football, and so we're proud of those guys, and then especially Robert, to be a senior and to be our leader in the secondary, and to get his pick, and then run it back. I think he ran it back almost 60 yards, and before he got tackled, going in to score. Really, really proud of him.
Well, let's take a look at that play. It's right here. This is his pick. Tell us what's going on here on this play.
Okay, so he's just in a typical halves coverage. He gets vert, so he's trailing number 1. Ball's underthrown a little bit, and once he gets the ball in his hand, Robert knows what to do with it. He makes one guy miss, and just one guy away from scoring. Gets a little excited there at the end. Just a big play for that senior right there.
Well, good. Well, we'll hear more from him here in a little while. We mentioned earlier about Cade Rhodes. Here's one of Cade's plays here. This was his first touchdown pass of the night. Tell us what's going on here.
So we're just running shallow. Inside receiver is going to go shallow across the field. Outside receiver, Alex Vergara is going to run a speed out. Cade puts the ball in the money, and then Alex does a little magic and finds his way in the end zone. But that's a staple play for us. Cade's been throwing that since he was a freshman, and that's bread and butter.
Well, and he had to do a little work at the end there to get in. Mm-hmm. And then his other touchdown pass was here to David Clayton. Tell us what's going on here.
This is just going to be a little RPO. Cade gets a pull read, so he pulls the ball and looks up and finds David on a quick slant. And threads the needle. You got a linebacker coming, and he puts it right behind his ear. David makes a good catch in traffic, and that's not an easy ball to throw and complete. And he does a fine job.
Well, good. So moving forward, now that we're 1-0 in District 3 and 1 in the season, this week it's a little bit of a different schedule with a 1 o'clock day game over in South Fort Worth at Clark Stadium against Dunbar. Tell us what we're looking for in the Dunbar game.
Well, they're a talented team. Their offensive line's very large. They can move people. Their skill guys are dynamic. So we got to play sound defensive football. And then on the offensive side, it's going to be a challenge protecting Allen. They have a defensive line that's very good at getting pass rush and affecting the passer. So we've been practicing today, and we'll continue to practice all week to try and keep Allen on his feet and to protect him well. But Dunbar, they're probably the scariest 0-4 team in the Metroplex. They played some very good teams, lost some close ones. And, they're a team that it's a must-win game for us. We're in district play, and every year they're going to sneak up and beat somebody. And we can't let them ruin our season by sneaking up on us.
Well, last year they were athletic, and I'm sure they are again this year. So we'll see you 1 o'clock Saturday in South Fort Worth at Clark Stadium. Good luck, and we'll find out next week how it goes.
Thanks, Matt.
We are here with Grapevine junior quarterback Cade Rhodes. Cade, you had a big game the other night, got to take some first-team reps, had some pretty impressive stats. Talk about getting to play that game against Fort Worth Poly.
It was a lot of fun to get out there and play against the first team and just go out there and get a win on homecoming.
Well, that was a big one. Some pretty impressive stats, 5 of 7 for 70 yards, and 2 of those 5 completions were for touchdowns. Talk about getting your team into the end zone so quickly and efficiently.
Well, we had a lot of really good field position with turnovers, so it helped out a lot quick drives.
Well, you also had some help from the receivers getting it in there. So,
for sure.
Well, good job. We'll see you this Saturday against Fort Worth Dunbar.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. We are here with senior defensive cornerback Robert Acosta. Robert, you had a big pick the other night. Talk about that big pick against Fort Worth Poly.
Yes, sir. There's 3 receivers to my side. Ran the right coverage, right behind the one receiver. Looked back at the cue, read him, and I was able to make a play on the ball. So it turned out pretty well.
And you had a good run at it. You almost got to the end zone looking for that pick 6.
Almost. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, so it was kind of tough for me, but in the end, it turned out well. So proud about that.
Well, it's your senior season. You're coming off an injury. Talk about how much more fun it is to be on the field. Talk about recovery from that injury last year.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it was hard at the same time. But I had guidance from the coaches and my parents, and they helped me out along the way, and it turned out pretty well.
Well, good job. We will see you Saturday against Fort Worth Dunbar.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You bet.
Go Mustang. The Coach Alexander Show, brought to you by Kim Assad, your real estate broker.